In America, prior to the 1990s, thoroughbreds were the breed of choice, and even though most were bred for speed, we quickly found out they were also talented for jumping and excelled in the various jumping disciplines: show jumping, hunters, equitation, and eventing. The thoroughbred in the jumping sports were mostly horses whose careers were over on the racetrack due to age, too slow to win, and some were bred for the hunter divisions. Hundreds of dealers combed the racetrack to purchase the suitable ones, and most all of American equestrians purchased, trained, and showed them. Suddenly, in the early 1980s, a new breed began to emerge: the warmblood. What is a warmblood, most people asked? Well, the simple answer is a cross between a cold-blooded horse and a hotter-blooded horse, such as a thoroughbred cross, and Arabian. Cold-blooded horses in Europe for decades were used as workhorses to do various chores, such as plowing fields. They were big and powerful. Breeders in Europe were plentiful, and they started refining the breed for the jumping sport with some more lightweight horses and discovering what stallions and mares produced good jumping blood. They soon found out that crossing the thoroughbred with the cold blood produced a more refined sport horse, and voila! In the early 80s, the warmblood invasion in America began. Trainers found the warmblood was somewhat easier to train than the hotter thoroughbreds, and many at 5 years old already had a year's experience in the show ring. And so it began. More and more trainers and clients traveling to Europe, where they could try dozens of horses in several countries within a week. By the late 90s, the show world was inundated with warmbloods. Suddenly, the market for too slow or aged-out racehorses had dried up, which produced a surplus of thoroughbreds, and sadly, so many were sold at auctions to killer buyers for export to Mexico and Canada for their horse meat export business. Fortunately, lately, many rescue and rehoming nonprofits have emerged, and horse slaughter in America has drastically been reduced over the last few years. Many racetracks will not allow trainers to send horses to auctions, and some even ban trainers that do. That said, unfortunately, the situation still exists, and last year, reportedly, about 20,000 U.S. horses, including former racehorses, were sold to slaughterhouses in Canada and Mexico, according to a recent report by U.S. nonprofits Animal Wellness Action, Center for a Humane Economy, and Animals Angels. European breeders were very clever in further refining the breed for sport. The hunters they produce are beautiful and amazing performers. The jumpers are bred specifically for the jumping sport, being powerful and careful, meaning unencumbered by gravity and allergic to wood. They jump high and wide and don't touch the jumps. The price of the warmbloods has risen exponentially to basically be out of the realm of possibility for the majority of equestrians in our sport. So where are we in America with our sport? At the top 10%, it's really a sport only for the extreme wealthy. Jumpers have and are sold for over $1 million, some for several million, and hunters can be in the hundreds of thousands. We have some organizations like the Thoroughbred Incentive Program, Take Two, and the Retired Racehorse Project that offer classes for thoroughbreds only. A breed division. This is a great start in the right direction. It's inspired and given reason to a lot of folks to obtain off-track thoroughbreds, being as they have some shows to successfully compete within their own breed. I have a big vision for the future, for not only the thousands of thoroughbred horses needing homes, but also for the thousands of folks making up the majority of equestrians who can't afford the warmbloods. I call it back to the future, back to where we were. We have the horses, we just need jobs for them en masse to inspire trainers and riders to obtain these wonderful horses at reasonable prices and many, many more venues to compete at. This in turn will save so many horses from a less desirable fate and once again allow so many more with a passion to ride an affordable avenue to get there. Our mission at Wellspring is multifaceted. Acquiring the special ones, training and adopting to the right riders to showcase their amazing talents, education through internship programs, enhancing existing show venues and organizations that produce classes for thoroughbreds, and fostering new ones. My long-range vision is that one day there will be a nationwide circuit of affordable thoroughbred shows for hunters, jumpers, and equitation that offer meaningful prize money, thus giving so many thoroughbreds real jobs and making the acquisition of a show horse affordable again. We hope this video will serve as a reminder that some of our most outstanding and beloved equine athletes of all time were proudly thoroughbreds. Not only should we remember their profound influence, but applaud and encourage their reemergence into the mainstream of the equestrian sport.